So after the Twitter dump that Elon Musk and journalist Matt Taibbi did, where they released a bunch of inside information into what was actually going on behind the scenes at Twitter, Musk has now promised that we can expect even more smoking guns going forward. A top story during the 2020 US presidential election was the Hunter Biden laptop story, and with many social media sites deciding to suppress the story, citing that it was nothing more than a Russian interference ploy. Now, Matt Taibbi said on Twitter that the system wasn't balanced, it was based on contacts, because Twitter was and is overwhelmingly staffed by people of one political orientation. There were more channels, more ways to complain open to the left than to the right. Now, when it comes to the laptop story specifically, Matt said here, the problem with the hacked materials ruling, several sources said, was this normally required an official law enforcement finding of a hack. But such findings never appeared throughout what one executive described as a whirlwind 24/7 company-wide mess. He said that Twitter took extraordinary steps to suppress the story, removing links and posting warnings that it may be unsafe. They even block its transmission via direct message, a tool that is usually reserved for extreme cases. Now, Musk himself said that this was crazy, and clearly if Twitter is doing one team's bidding before an election, shutting down dissenting voices on a pivotal election, it is the very definition of election interference. He went on to say, what the hell else would you call it? Now, this is something that has been ongoing for years now, and the suppression of the laptop story is something that has been known for many years now, although there are still those who say that it is not a very big deal at all. Now, I would say that for any normal person, I would understand why you would think that the information on the laptop was stolen or hacked. I find it very hard to believe that one person can be as stupid as Hunter Biden. I do not understand how you can take a laptop that you know is filled with a bunch of sensitive information to a computer shop, leave it there, and just then allow anyone to go through it. Surely you must have known that they were going to go through your laptop and see all of that private information. How do you just leave that there at the computer shop? I find it completely crazy that you would do that. You literally handed your laptop with your nudes on it, showing you even doing cocaine. But anyway, most experts do agree that it was in fact not a Russian hack, and that Hunter Biden truly is just that stupid, which I guess is possible. Now, on the part of Elon Musk himself, after releasing that the story was in fact suppressed, he also made it clear that he was going to release even more information over the coming days and weeks. He made it clear that there are still plenty of other things that is going on behind the scenes as well, and that Twitter cannot move forward as a company until everything has been revealed, so that they can again build up that public trust. He believes that Twitter, who previously labeled themselves as the public square, was very much not that, but that he thinks that he can try and build towards that with Twitter 2.0. Now, I do not know exactly what it is that Elon is going to release going forward, but he did suggest that it could have something to do with Twitter interfering in even more elections. He very strongly suggested that Twitter played a key part in propping up many voices on the left for a multitude of other governments, including the election that just was held in Brazil. Now, right now, only a handful of journalists have access to the information as they work through everything. I suspect that it will be released in pieces over the next few weeks. I'm not sure exactly what it is going to be, but it is going to be very interesting to see. Right now, I think they are just trying to vet everything before it actually gets released to the public. Now, one thing that I have mentioned was how the media covered all of this. It has been quite a sight to see. One side is completely ignoring it, while the other is just completely doubling down on it. Forbes said that Musk's Twitter files internal Hunter Biden debate released with plenty of hype, but none of the bombshells. They say in their article the documents show that Twitter staff took extraordinary steps to suppress an October 2020 New York Post story that claimed unseeming ties between the then Vice President Joe Biden and the Ukrainian energy company that paid money to Joe Biden's son Hunter. Now, MSNBC called this entire thing ridiculous and not true, although they did not expand any further as to why. They did, however, say that the suppression of the story just turned out to be a very good thing overall. They also said that Musk was ignorant when it comes to the First Amendment and said that the Twitter files were ultimately a good thing because we got to see how content moderation works. Now again, what MSNBC calls content moderation, others are calling suppression. Now with that is pretty much where we are right now in this moment, with one side yelling to lock everybody up and the other side barely covering anything, saying that it is nothing more than a nothing burger. Now we will have to wait and see how all of this plays out. Again, Elon Musk did make it very clear that he was very much not done yet and that we are going to see many more Twitter leaks in the coming months and coming weeks and coming days. The US House of Representatives also made it clear that they are going to start up an investigation. They will call in everybody that was involved and they are going to force them to testify. It will be interesting to see exactly what comes out of those investigations, although I am not very hopeful that it's going to be much. But again, as I've said, only time is going to tell how this entire story is going to play out.